But Bathurst has a special place for vintage enthusiasts, and now, late Saturday afternoon, we see preparations underway for the 1983 Historic Machine Exhibition. Some have been racing here for many years. For others, like Alan Phillips, it's a first time. For many, racing is the main attraction. For others, it's a chance to recapture a little of the magic of the early years. Don MacDonald has raced here for the last 48 years, and we asked him what changes he'd seen in that time.
Yes, it's a vast difference in the circuit. We started first of all on the old Vale circuit, which was a dirt-covered surface, and the first year at Bathurst, the only part of it was tar. It was the pit straight. The first time I rode up here was on the 1924 AJS.
And this bike here is 1958 Norton.
That's right, it's a 1958.
That means it's your 48th year.
That's my 48th year this year. And
your last year?
No, far from it. I hope to create a record by keeping going for 50 years and more.
For Jack Rasmussen and Bill Forbes, the sentiments are much the same. Along with the love and dedication to the old machinery,
comradeship and the excitement of this type of sport.
So you'll still be with us for a few years to come?
Yes, as long as I'm able to sit aside, and as long as they are giving us the support as veterans, we'll be here.
The Vincent Rapide was regarded as the Rolls-Royce of production bikes in the 40s. We asked Bill about the history of this model and his association with it.
I did ride here in 1950 on almost exactly the same bike.
Right.
In the race that they created for the superbikes, and that was the first time they ran an open. And it was the first time they had a race over about 12 laps, I think. They made that one 20 laps, and that was a really big race in those days.
This short, only 4-lap race attracts riders from all over Australia and New Zealand. The time setters, first off the grid and in with a chance, number 88 Roger Burns, riding a 1956 Norton Dominator. Brian McLean, 650cc Triton. Number 7, Peter Scasebrook, along with brother Jim, number 34. Two of Sydney's major vintage riders and lovers of the old bikes since childhood. Number 55, Warwick Blake with his 61 Honda. And John Marr, that odd fairing on his Manx and Australian design of the 50s. Further back through the field to the slower and older bikes, almost 90 in all. Some lady riders here today, Kerry Stevenson racing a 1949 Matchless and Linda Cowper on a 1958 Norton. Preparing now for the starting flag. Interestingly, the man dropping that flag today is Ray Alcock, chief timekeeper for the Isle of Man TT races. And they're away. And it's Sid Challoner on a Triton Special first off the mark, followed by Marr and Tim Sanford on a BSA. The bunch coming up into Hell Corner. Not a great start for some. This Scasebrook on his G50 Matchless. Number 22, Kerry Stevenson, daughter of long-time racer Jim. Down Conrod Straight for the first time, the field well spaced as the older models drop back. Marr turning first, followed by Scasebrook, a bit of dicing between these two. McLean, the Victorian David Drexler, Simons, Sansford and Peter Scasebrook. By Paul Bastick. A bit of trouble seems to have struck Bill Forbes. Looks like he's out of the race. A great disappointment for the veteran rider who's finished in the fastest 3 for the last 9 years. Turning out of Hell Corner toward GTX and the top of the mountain once again. In 1938, Eddie Warwick took his 500cc Norton to a new lap record on this circuit, a time of 3 minutes 16 seconds with a maximum speed of 113 kilometres per hour. By 1950, the new Vincent Superbikes had lap times down to 3 minutes 4 seconds. 2 years later, the Manx Norton of Harry Hinton Sr. brought the time down to under 3 minutes. In 1968, Ron Toombs raced his 500 matchless G50 to victory with a top speed of 135 kilometres per hour. He'd remain one of Australia's great riders up to 1979, when he met his death on this circuit in a practice lap. Jim Skaysbrook there, just through Murray's Corner, followed by Marr, Sanford's 1955 BSA 500, McLean, Peter Skaysbrook, Drexler, through Hell Corner once again for lap 3. The field well spread out, leader Skaysbrook through Conrod and heading toward Hardy Bridge. That's the blue flag. There's Burns running in third place, Blake, Addison, Brian Lemon there on a 1948 Velocette. Up the straight, to GTX bend. Over the skyline and into the S's. And as Gary Thompson's 1953 AJS heads for the Dipper, it's Jim Skaysbrook taking the checkered flag, signalling the